Yeah.
Absolutely. That happens a lot. Like if they have like a character in a fictional world use a certain kind of gesture,
Yeah.
I mean, even gestures. I mean, I've worked on dancing games where we're looking for the gestures on body language to make sure it's not going to be a problem in certain markets. But even in a fictional world, sometimes they'll use that because they feel that most humans will understand the intention, even if it's like an alien character and the alien like gives a thumbs up to mean, yeah, everything's okay. Well, as we know, even in our world, the thumbs up does not universally mean okay. In some countries, it's the middle finger. And it's so we have to be extremely careful about assuming that even one gesture that we think most people understand, that doesn't mean it's going to be universally applied. And so we have to be super careful about that assumption. But I understand why a lot of creators do it because it's easy. It's an easy thing to do. And they think, like, well, we don't really have to think about what kind of gesture would that particular race of beings use in that universe. For example, when I worked on the game Kameo years ago, it's a completely fictional universe. And yet they had a grave marker that was a wooden cross on the side of the road. And I had to confront the artist about it. And I said, why is there a wooden cross here? And they said, well, they said I needed to make a grave marker. I'm like, well, a wooden cross, there is no Christianity in that universe. So why would they use a crucifix? Not to mention the fact that even in our world, a cross is not a universal grave marker. It's only a grave marker in more Christian dominant countries. So, we have to kind of think beyond that. Sometimes, to be quite honest, it's a bit of lazy creativity. But that's when we need to work a little bit harder. So, like in the world of Cameo, so what would a grave marker look like? And that requires a different line of thought and creativity. We have to think about, well, what is the culture like here? What kind of thing? How do they bury their dead? Maybe that's not even important for the overall narrative, but in order to create the marker that's required by the side of the road, now you actually have to think through what does it mean for the culture in the game to bury its dead? Do they even leave a marker? Do they have a ceremony? And so it's kind of the layers and layers of culture that you almost unintentionally create just by requiring one
Yeah.
particular object to be in the environment. So, like you said, it's very multi-layered. You really have to think deeply about all the impacts of even adding something as simple as one content asset or adding a symbol on a uniform or something. What does that symbol mean to the character? What does it mean in the world itself?